Which book do you feel like you wish you had a little bit more shine on that you wish people would pick up and so that they
Uh,
can
um, which book? I think okay, it's two books that I'm always like, I love these stories. I wish they were
read?
like I love Playing with Soul Ties, and Playing with Soul Ties did really well. But I was like, feel like I feel like people don't still talk about it to this day. And I was like, I just love that story. I think it's such a cute story.
Mm-hmm.
And then Effing and Loving is another one that I felt like I
I
was
read
like,
that.
I love this story. Like I feel like it doesn't get its proper respect.
I read that, man.
And I'm like, and I know it's because it's short, like it's a novella. And a lot of people don't go over there to those short novellas.
Yes,
But
they
I
did.
honestly love Effing and Loving. Like I feel like that storyline, and like if I ever was gonna make a movie, start making movies with my books, that would be the first one. Because I just feel like on screen that book would just be like I feel like that book is a movie.
So y'all heard her. Y'all need to pick up Effing and Loving and read it because it was
Yes,
good.
yeah, that live reaction to Effing and Love, like that was like one of my favorite moments.
We was like, oh,
What?
look at my
And then
child.
and then I had to pretend not to know what was going on the whole time y'all reading the book.
Had me clutching all my pearls. You know you got a hat.
What? Why was she? Why would he? What? And I'm just like, again,
Yeah, you Darrell. She talking about you. She's talking
the
about you.
movie? Yes. And I just had to sit there and act like I didn't know what was happening. And like keep the secret. I was just like laughing and mute myself. None about it. That was like one of my favorite moments, that live reaction to that.
That is hilarious.
Yes.
So, question: what would your readers be shocked to know about you?
Oh gosh, this question is hard because I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I be telling y'all exactly who I am. Oh, I feel like I be telling showing my personality all the time.
And do
Um, I don't know. That's a hard one. I don't know. I don't know if there's any.
I think what
Sometimes I'm like, I don't know if I'm that interesting. Like I'm, how many like hidden things or hidden talents. Like I'm
first
a
of all, didn't
creator.
nobody know how tall your ass was.
Oh.
I was like, yeah,
That
I
is
said,
something that people are shocked when I'm like at events. They're like, "Oh, you're really tall."
yeah, I don't think nobody knew how tall you were.
Yes.
That shocked me because I saw the video, the dancing video that y'all did. I was like, she tall. How tall are you, Blossom?
I'm literally 5'11" and a half. I'm just under 6 feet.
Wow.
That's under 6 feet tall.
Yes,
That
so if
is
y'all
like
didn't know,
people when they
Blossom
see
is
you, they
tall.
like, what?
But
Like you are
you,
tall.
but you, masterpiece, y'all some tall, and is who
Mm-hmm.
else? And Denise Essex, she tall too.
I haven't seen Denise in person yet. Like I can't wait to run
I
into
think
her
she's
again.
almost at. She might be 5'11" too.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all some tall ladies.
Only people are surprised to know that I'm tall. Yes, I'm a tall girl.
But you know what? Sometimes it's good to climb up that pole. Not for me, but for the men. You know, they like to climb up poles.
They like the tall girls.
Yes.
Those be the short ones too. I think
Um.
I got like the most like hit ons from short people. I'm
Do you really?
like, come on.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
What we doing?
Because Shani is what 5'10" and a half. Wow.
Is Shawnee tall?
Yeah, she's 5'10" and a half.
Oh.
Mm-mm. I'm 5'5".
Are you? Oh.
5'5". And I want to be taller, but the
I'm
Lord
a
didn't
tall
say
girl.
that.
And I got my height really fast. So like I was literally like 5'9" in like middle 6th grade, 7th grade. Like I got my height, and I used to be so like insecure about it. And like I used to tell my mom, like I'm taller than everybody else in like school, and I used to be so sad. Like, and she's like, "It's okay. The boys are gonna get taller. Like the." She's like, "You're probably always gonna be the taller girl, but the boys will catch up. They'll get taller."
Is your mom tall?
My mom is only like 5'8", and then my dad it was like 5'10". So yeah,
Girl,
I was
I
like,
just want to
"What
be.
the heck? I'm taller than everybody."
I just want to be. I mean, when I was wearing 6-inch heels, because I don't wear them no more. I was tall. I was a stallion, girl. I was a
I was
stallion.
like, and then when I was in my heel phase, yes, and I used to be on my heels, and I used to be like 6'3", and it was always like some short person coming trying to like climb the tree. Like I used to be like, "Come on now."
What are we doing? What are we doing? Um, what trope haven't you written that you want to write?
You said.
So, what trope haven't you written
Oh,
that you want
trope.
to write?
Oh goodness.
Or
I have a
genre? Let's
whole
do genre. Let's do genre.
I was like, I have a whole list of tropes. I want to write all the tropes. I want to do all of them. Genres. I would like to do a dark romance.
I see it.
I have that on my list of books that's possibly coming soon. To dabble in
Ooh.
New York romance. And then
Is it dark, dark, or just
it's probably not gonna be dark, dark, because I don't know
okay?
if I can go into the dark, dark. Because sometimes I'm like, that's not that I can't write about that. That's no, that's too much. I don't know because I might get in there and the characters might do something else. So I definitely have it. I think it'll be probably like a light dark romance, lightly dabbling in dark romance. Um, and then what's the other one I want to do? I want to do another fantasy. Like I kind of dabbled in it with the Frozen retelling, but like I want to do the whole world creating and one day. I think it's hard and I'm scared of it, but I do want to try.
I think you should.
Dabble.
It's it's some readers out here that like fantasy and sci-fi and paranormal. Listen. I like it all. Just do it.
Keep it.
Um, but my
Yeah.
favorite is the yeah. My favorite is the spicy, the erotic.
Yes. And I love, and I'm always like, erotica is like my home. That's like, I feel the most like in my creative stage one right now, erotica. I really love romance because I just love those, like telling those beautiful stories and like, but yeah, I do. I'm gonna try to dabble with a little dark romance and. Fine.
So, what are three things you have to have when writing?
Three things I have to have quiet. I have to have quiet. Like I can't have anything going on. I'm like complete silence. Um, and I think that's about it. I'm not like a huge like ambiance type of person. I write like anywhere. Most of the time I write in my room. I guess I do. I like to be isolated. Like I like to be alone in a quiet space and like I just need my computer or my phone and then but most of the time I just need to be isolated.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
that's a huge thing for me.
Isolated,
Quiet,
quiet, and
on my
your
computer and
phone
these
at your
characters.
phone. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, transitioning out of being a teacher to being a full-time author, is that a big change for you?
It's not a big change. It's really haven't been a big change. And I don't know. I think because I got to ease into it a
Mm-hmm.
little bit. Because like I was a teacher, and then we get our summers off, so then I was able to transition into just being an author. I spent my summers just writing, and so I think I kind of got like a little transition into what it would be like to be a full time author, like over the summers, just being able to focus on my writing.
Mm-hmm.
So it hasn't been a huge transition. The most thing it's been is me learning like discipline. Like, okay, you're at home, but you cannot clean the kitchen right now. You
Right.
know, you need to be writing, or you can't like go to the store and run to the store and run this errand, or like talk to this friend on the phone all day because you're at work. You need like you. So that's been the biggest thing, like just disciplining myself, like getting a new schedule of writing all the time. So yeah.
Stop it. We get ready to have some problems with my dog, so I apologize now.
You're fine.
Um, what is too far for you in writing?
Was hard.
What's too hard? What's too far? Like I just will never ever write that. What's too far?
Um, Christian fiction. And I say this a lot because I love the Lord, right? And the Lord, I often teaser because I'm like when I make stuff and I like want to thank God for like my books, and then I'm like, should I be thanking God for giving me for writing leak? Should I be thanking God for leaking?
You should, because you bringing somebody some joy somewhere.
And I said, you know what? After the good Lord gives me these words, like He has played out this journey, like He gave me this talent. So I'm like, you know what? But yes, I love the Lord, but I don't think I can do Christian fiction. I don't think I can. Like I can't do like no, like we can't talk about it. We can't
Smell it. We can't taste
we
it.
can't taste it.
Nothing.
Do nothing.
That is hilarious.
We can just barely hold hands. Like, no, I don't think I go over there. And then like the deep dark, I don't think I can do the deep dark. Like I like a soft kidnapping. I don't think I can do a hard like kidnapping and like a serial kill. Like I can't do those. That realm of that's a lot.
That is
I
hilarious.
go there.
What is something that you'll always include in your books? I'm sorry.
I was just reading this comment.
What'd you say?
I was reading the comment.
Oh.
They said, what was the question?
What was the comment? Because I want to know. Inquiry by
I'm reading Sorrel and whatever lady.
Juju and Terrell, y'all in here cut up in my comments.
Yes, it's talking about food. I went the other way with that question.
That means the Song of Solomon. Terrell.
I don't. Is that Christian fiction?
Girl, Song of Solomon's in the Bible.
See, that's why I can't write.
And then, baby, AK, I'm not playing with none of y'all. I'm talking about amen.
See, I can't. I wouldn't do a good job.
I'm screaming.
But
So, what is one thing that you would include in your books? Something you will always include.
something I'll always include. Oh, I always try to. I'm always gonna have like a very caring, attentive, like male character. Like they're always gonna be probably near perfect and like just this. Like I'm always gonna have that like book made character that I'm like real man in the real world or you know.
That is hilarious.
In Blossom's world, we're gonna get it. They're gonna be everything. And I don't always include a plus size FMC, but I always try to give her like some kind of body flaw or something. Um, but I definitely I'm gonna keep putting plus size girls in the stories. Um, and I feel like being true to that, plus size girls, we not all don't all hate ourselves, and we don't all
Right.
think that we, can't get a man. No, like I'm trying to stay true to that. Um, yeah, I think that for me, those are the things that's like are gonna always be there. Like I'm always gonna dedicate all my books to my parents, even though it's spicy, even the spicy ones. So yeah, those are things I'm like. Those are always gonna be in Blossom's books, and I try not to villainize women in my books too often.
And the reason I'm saying that is I love that. Jesus.
Little baby, you're so cute.
All I'm just saying, I just want to get through the interview and talk. And he feel like he has to be seen. I don't know
Yeah,
what
so
this
you've
one
been.
thing
He said you haven't
is.
given me any attention.
So Juju, or one hell of a lady, she wants to know: do your parents read your books?
So my parents are both passed away, and that's why I always dedicate my books to them
Okay.
because my mom always knew I was going to be an author. Like she always knew that was going to be what I did. And so, and like my dad too, and they didn't get to see me be an author, so that's why I always put those there, dedicate my books to them.
Aww. Mm, I get that.
Yes.
Define the great American novel as you see it.
A great American novel.
As you see it, not what society thinks.
Oh goodness. I think that's a hard question because I don't think there's one standard form of like what makes a story great or what like makes a novel. Like I don't think there's one thing.
But what's your idea of it? Because again, like society's idea of a great American novel is not my idea of it. My idea of it is foolishness and mayhem, some good loving, some sucking and effing, and I need somebody to grow in the story to make sure that they learned the lesson that they came from. Pull at my heartstrings. I need to cry a little bit. That to me is a great American novel.
I I always say like as I always say this to my husband, like we live in two different worlds. Like there's two different worlds, like um and I'm always like, we literally have two different. It's like two different worlds going on
Mm-hmm.
between like what people like to read. So but I still think that like every story is good. Like even the ones that I don't pick up a lot of things that's not black literature.
Right.
And
And to me, if it's not somebody
like
of color,
I don't like. I think that over there the stories are probably lovely, but I just feel like
not lovely.
it's not for me.
Not lovely.
I think
It's
I
a
think
little
it's lovely for
vanilla.
like their fan base, like their readers. What I wish is that we had more people that understood our stories in those spaces, so that it wasn't just shining light on the one side of the like
Right.
that one side. Um, but I don't think there's one format. Like I like all the stories. I'd be like, oh yeah, it's so good. It's worthy. And I think all stories have like the drama. Like even the ones that are boring have a little drama. Have a little something. They have to have a little something. So yeah.
But to me, it has to pull at my heartstrings. It's got to, it's got to get me excited at one point. It has to have some type of resolve. It has to have some type of, you got to have some conflict a little bit somewhere.
Yes.
And I just feel like, and I'm just gonna be honest, the black experience is all of that.
Yeah.
So to me, anytime an author of color, especially a black author, writes a story and express the from the morning to the night. Because of course, most times or in a relationship, there's some effing going on. There's some loving going on. There's some
Yes.
arguments going on. There's some misunderstandings going on. There's always some type of conflict, and
Yeah. It got to be. That's why I'm like, it has to be some. For me, it has to be a conflict. I like a good story that flows. I don't like too much.
yeah,
I don't like too much craziness going on that doesn't flow with the story.
right, right,
Or like I don't like it to be too boring where I'm like, okay now. This
right,
could have been a little short story. This could have been a little short.
right, and
This
that's
could have
what
been a
I'm looking for.
paragraph. Yes. I think that yeah. I just sometimes wish that we had a little more light shined on our great American stories.
I agree.
Sometimes I feel like people don't see our stories as American, or they don't see us as American. Most of the
And
time,
there's that.
they don't see us as Americans, so they don't see our stories and the value that they have in this whole
And,
picture. So yeah.
and what's sad is that sometimes we don't see ourselves as the great American story.
Yes, that is literally. I literally spent so much time yapping my husband ear off about that.
Yeah,
Like
I
it
need
really
for us
bothers
to
me.
see
Yep,
us for that.
we don't. So yep, there's a lot of black people that don't see the value in our stories. We have, the whole gig of us even being in this country was being told that we were not good enough. That being found told that something was wrong with us, that we weren't human, that we weren't, our hair wasn't good, our skin wasn't good, our body
Right,
wasn't good, anything we did wasn't good, and a lot of us still have that mindset.
right. Is
A
that
lot of a lot of
brainwashing?
us have that mindset that it's not good if it's not good. You hear all those conversations about urban fiction not being this or not being that or having this, and it all spawns from being told from day one that our things aren't good.
Right.
Our
But
things should be more. Our things should be more like theirs.
exactly. But we have authors like you that open up the mind and get people thinking. Because we can get caught being one way,
Yeah.
and we're not. We're not one way at all.
No, it's a lot. It's a lot of different realms of us, and yes,
It's
a
a
lot of different things. Like I'm always like, there's a lot of different black people. Like we're not all the same. We don't all have the same experience or story. And that's what's so good about like reading our books, because you can get,
exactly.
it's like you can get, if you like the real hood, there's a book for you. If you like
If you like a little
the real
softer, there's a
soft,
book for you.
there's an author out there for you. That's all, I'm always like, you can find something you like in black romance, but you have to
Open up your mind.
open up your mind. Yeah.
So, do you feel like, because I say this all the time, I say this all the time, if a man really wants to know how to treat a woman, open up a romance book.
Open up a romance book. I do think that too. I'm like, baby, you get you a good romance book, you will be unlock the cheat code.
Baby, they would listen, be unstoppable.
Unstoppable. And then oftentimes, but then sometimes I'm like, you know what? Don't open up our romance books, because then y'all just gonna learn how to manipulate.
Exactly, exactly. So you got to
How
give
to
them,
manipulate the
listen, they got to get
situation, child.
permission.
And we don't need you to be acting like Dr. London. We need you to actually be Dr. London. I need you to be acting.
Please don't act like, please don't be impersonating Dr. London. I believe you to
Okay.
be a for real surgeon. A for real surgeon and
Okay.
a for
We
real
need you to
and a
be
for real nigga. Sorry.
okay.
Uh It is what it is.
Yes.
Um, fill in the blank. Blank is life.
Blank is life. Blank is life. Love.
Okay.
Yes.
Complete the sentence. My pen is.
My pen is growing.
Good choice. So that's gonna be. I was getting ready to say diabolical.
Oh goodness.
I was gonna say diabolical.
No.
Um, if you could collab with anybody, any author, your dream collaboration, who would it be?
Oh goodness. I that's hard because it would be like a mega collaboration with like lots of authors. Like I would love to collab with Be Love. So I just love her stories. Masterpiece. I would love to go and write some like disgusting stuff with Masterpiece.
First of all, that would be absolutely banana bonkers.
Like I would love to just go in and write some really filthy stuff with Masterpiece. Um, Kimberly Brown. I would love to collab with Kimberly. Um, yeah, I think those is like my big three people. Like the three people I would just love to do it.
But I can see it though, especially you and Masterpiece.
Yes,
Yes,
I want to. And then I've been, Brianna Michelle is my author bestie. I've been telling her like we gotta collab on the book.
and need to.
I'm like, we're gonna collab on the book, and I keep telling her like, and I'm gonna bring you to the nasty side. You can get you over here.
Make you stretch the muscles out, because girl, when I tell your mind be on it, it's your pen be on it. Um, question. Just make you think a little bit. Just a little bit. What is define success? What it looks like to you, and have you reached it?
Oh gosh, I hate this question. And not that I hate it, but it's hard for me to answer it. Because my Capricorn brain is always like overachieving. And so success, the goalpost of success moves for me. It's like one of those things where it's like, okay, if I get this, I'll be successful. And then when I get it, I'm like, okay, but
I'm a super higher.
so I always like am moving the goalpost on what success is to me. And I think ultimately my main goal is to have a legacy. Like I often go back when I was a kid. I remember arguing with this boy at school about like success. Like when we grow up and like what's gonna be successful. And I remember saying like, well, even if you have these things, like if nobody know you, like after you die, then nobody remember who you are. If ain't nobody, talking about you after, then you haven't really accomplished anything. And like I remember, and so now I think about that, and I'm like, that's success to me. Like I always wanted something that I could leave behind. So like for me, publishing my books is literally like my road to success. Like I want to, when it's my last day, I want to have something that people like, no, she was an author. You can check out her work and look at these books and they're
And
always
it lives
good in
on.
there, and I think for me that's success. Like what have I contributed to the
Right.
world, right? Have I left something tangible that can be left behind? And I feel like have I achieved it? I feel like yes and no. And it's just because I've moved that goalpost. up again. And I'm like, I published my books and I'm living what I always wanted to do. I'm an author. That's literally my dream. I'm like, I'm living my dream life. I often tell myself that, like, don't be too hard on yourself. You're living your dream life. Like, this is what you wanted. Um, and you're being blessed to do it. A lot of people don't get blessed to live out their dreams. Um, but now I'm like, you get the financial parts of success. Like, like, do I feel successful if I can't, just go on vacation when I want to? I can't, like, and so now I'm like, I want to just multiply that legacy and like leave something financial for my kids to not have to struggle and not start from zero. So I'm like, now I'm working to try to make sure that my babies don't have to start from zero and like work 10 times as hard. Yeah, that's kind of.
I have a political question.
Yes.
With the new administration coming into office, are you worried about your books being banned?
Yep. Yes, I am. I am worried about the book bans because I am worried about the book bans, and that's something that I've been like. I mean, that's something I talked to my husband about. Like, oh my god, I'm an author, and I don't write what they want us to write, and so it is scary because they are trying to erase history.
Right.
They're trying to erase our stories. So yeah, it is scary. I am worried about it. I think after the election, I went and brought a bunch of books about Black history. I brought a bunch of books that were like about Black history, about slavery, so that my kids can have, so that we can have, because it's important. They're trying to erase it for a reason, because what my mom used to say all the time, like, if you don't know your history, you will repeat it. And that's what they want. They want us to get in that repeating of that history. So
Right.
and they're trying to erase it for a reason. So I do worry about the book bans because I'm like, I read about Black love, and that's
They
one
don't
of
want
the
us to love. They
they
want us
don't
to be
want
in
us
the
to
scene.
love. They don't want to get the Black family to be a thing anymore. Like, they don't. You know that was the first thing that you tear apart when you're trying to, oppress somebody. You got to tear apart family and friendship and love. And like, those are the very things that I write about. Like, a lot of us Black authors write about. And those stories are important. And so, yeah, I do worry about the book bans.
That bothers me because as a reader, our mind has been open so much, and then now it's possible that that could be taken away. I mean, we would definitely have to go back to the underworld
Yes, I
railroads in
know. Some of
order.
us going to have to pass books to the.
Yeah, we're gonna have to figure out how to do this thing without it being,
Yes.
uh, getting people in trouble. But
Yes, I know.
it's
It's like, we're gonna be like sneaking. I tell my husband, like, we're gonna be sneaking books and like go to jail for writing romance books.
exactly, and I get
Oh, Lord.
irritated with some of my people when they like, you read so much. Okay, but you need to read.
You need to read.
You
Yes,
need to read because if you don't read, you're not gonna get the message because the message be
the message.
in
Mm-hmm.
here. My dad told me years ago, and y'all, there's a particular book in my house that has money in it, and he said a thief is not gonna come and steal the books. They're gonna look through everything but a book.
Yep. Yep. Ain't
Now
that
I,
the
now I
truth?
got to move my goddamn money because I done told a secret.
I was looking at this comment, and there are a lot of books that are banned in the United States. There are a lot. I went down that book ban list, and I was like, really? Really? This is banned? It was books that I read in high school, and it's not. They're not. They're not like nationally banned. Like, you can get the book, but like they can't be put in libraries, or they can't be put in schools, or they can't be. So that's how they kind of do it. But in that Project 25, it has them talking about strict book bans, national ones.
Yeah. They
So
kind of censor what you say,
kind of
censor what you
sensory, yeah.
write. And a lot of it, like I was saying, how if a man really want to know how to woo a woman, he'll read a romance book. But that might even be gone. So
Yes.
it might be
I
real
definitely
ratchet.
always am like, I was telling my husband with that new thing when they was talking about all these places that he wants to rename and stuff. I was like, well, maybe it's too busy doing all of that to worry about our books.
But you got
Like,
somebody in his ear
what about our
that's
world
worried
book?
about. But it's always somebody worried about what we doing. It's
Worried about
always somebody worried about what we
always,
doing, which is
always.
crazy to me.
Yes.
Um, how I know that you're under B Love Publications. How do you like that?
I love Be Love. I love the girls on Be Love, like all the authors. It's crazy because all the authors on Be Love I have read, and I was like a big fan of theirs. Or like I've read their books, and so when I got signed to Be Love, I was like, oh my god. Like, I was like, oh my god, like that's it, like But I love Be Love. She's just so awesome and like so helpful and knowledgeable and like she's just like straightforward and like I feel like I hear since I've been an author, I've been hearing all these horror stories of people talking about their publishers or talking about their experience, and I'm
Mhm.
often like, oh, I'm grateful that I'm with B
I don't
because
have that problem. Sorry for y'all, but
I don't know nothing about that. Like I don't know nothing about that. B is like I did all that. So I'm often grateful. And it's just like a little sisterhood. Like we lean on each other for support and help and pushing each other and encouraging each other and giving tips. If we find out something and we're quick to share it with everybody. So it's good. It's a good way to start in this industry and like start to get footing. I often say like if I was by myself, I don't know if I would be so successful, if I would have so many books out right now.
is it hard to find a publisher if that's the route that you're gonna go?
I don't know. The clouds just kind of aligned for me.
Hmm.
I don't know if it's that hard to reach out. It might be because there's a lot of scammers and a lot of different things. I think for me the course just aligned. Like I literally have been writing between the Soul Tie and Search and Rescue for 3 years. And I was like, okay, I'm going. I was like, this summer, I'm going to focus on my book. I'm going to get a book submitted to a publisher. And then I think I got a phone call from like, I was like applying for my teacher certification. And they called and was like, we can't certify you. You have to take another class. And I was like, so devastated because I was like, what you mean I have to take another class? I have all this degree. I have all this, everything. I have 2 degrees. I have teacher experience. I'm already a teacher. Like, what do you mean I can't certify? And they're like, you can't certify. I literally went home that day and I was like, you know what? Submit your book. I literally ran through Sex and Rescue and I just submitted it. And I wasn't going to do that. I was going to take my time and look back through it and try to make it longer, try to fit more things in it. And I was like, nope, this is going to make me happy today. And I submitted my book to Be Loved. And then she
He
emailed me back.
said, "Come
She
on over
emailed me
here."
back that day. So I was just like, okay. I'm like, oh, that's what I'm doing. So I'm like, I don't know. It just kind of aligned for me. And then later on, I found out that she had just opened up looking for authors. I didn't even know that. Like, I didn't
Wow.
even know that she had just opened BLP up for new authors. I just submitted, I was just like, I'm going to submit my book today. And I always say, like, that was literally God aligning it for me.
Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah.
was like, that was literally him aligning it like that happened so that this could happen because it was the time. So, Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, what projects do you have coming up in 2025? How many can we know about?
Hopefully a lot. I want to release a book, a lot of books. This I have a lot of books. I literally have 10 books that I hope to release. But the thing is, a Blossom is a slow writer. I write slow. I write like a snail, and like I just it takes me so long. So yeah, that's my thing. But I have all these concepts. Have concepts of books.
You know what? I'm screaming that you got concepts of
Got
books.
concepts. But yeah, I hope I know for sure that 3 books will be coming soon. Where you guys are gonna get that third bodyguard book, and then the dark romance.
Okay.
A little dabbling in the dark romance that's coming, and then I have a friends to lovers
Okay.
coming. And those are the 3 that are for sure are gonna happen this year. Now the other ones, they're on a hope and a prayer. Oh, and I for sure have some more erotica books coming. So yeah. So
But
yes.
the novellas are easier to get out and get done, or
The novellas are because they're less words, they're quicker. And then I kind of realized that most of all of my novellas are eroticas. So I was like, oh look, all my little novellas are eroticas. And I think it's just easier that way for me to flow like an erotica out really quickly and a short like wrap it up. Whereas love stories, I need a little more time to get that
mhm.
full love story out. But yeah, the novellas are just easier because they're less words.
Do you write more? Do you write multiple books at one time?
I've tried and I can't be successful. I tried because I'm like, man, I really want to just do 2 books at one time so I can have 2 books ready to come out, bam. But the characters take over my brain, like they take over their space. No, there's no room to share in here. It's like one story at a time. Because I find then it gets hard, like bouncing from story to story for me. Like when I'm in it, like right now, I'm in Polo and Contessa's world, and I was trying to dabble in write like the dark romance, and I was like, no, I can't switch back from like this beautiful slow love story and then to this
Foolishness that
fast.
they have that I'm about to wreck somebody's life with.
Yes. I was like, not gonna do that. So no, I wish I could write 2 stories at a time, but I've been writing one. I do one at a time so everybody gets their own moment of shine.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So we look in February for that for Apollo and
Yes,
Consensus.
yes, yes, yes. I
I'm
am
excited
releasing
about that.
February. I've told myself a book is coming out in February. I wanted this book to come out this month, but I did not make it.
That's okay.
I was like, I didn't make it because I'm still writing the story. But yes, February it should be coming.
I'm
I'm
excited.
super excited for y'all to read this book. I really
I
like
need
it.
to know
I think
what
it's
the
my
foolish.
favorite book of the 3. I feel like it's my favorite book of the series.
Really?
So I really am enjoying it. And that also worries me because normally I'm like, oh, I don't know if they're gonna like this book. Like normally I'm like, well, they probably not gonna like this. And in this book, I'm like, oh, I really like this, and I'm like, they probably not gonna like it. Oh
We gonna like it because you wrote it. We know what your writing what your pen do. So I don't even know why you over there tripping because we
my god!
know your
There.
pen.
Every time I release a book, I'm like, they're gonna be like, mm. I'm like, Blossom, this one was not it.
We don't want that. We're not claiming
Every
that
time.
positivity. We're not claiming that.
I'm like, nope. Every time. That's why every time I'm so shocked when it's like, oh, this is so good. I'm like,
See, I love all of your books for real, for real.
oh, thank you. That makes me like, that literally keeps me like, okay. when I'm right, it keeps me like grounded. Like, okay,
Have you
somebody's
ever
gonna like
wanted
it.
to
I'm
just
like,
quit?
somebody's gonna like it. Just write the story. Don't worry about it. Just write the story the characters tell you to write.
Have you ever just wanted to just quit
Quit being an author or quit a book?
being an author?
No.
Okay.
No, I haven't wanted to quit being an author. I have wanted to quit a book because Nadia and Leach, y'all almost didn't get that. I was like, baby, I'm gonna tell these people they're not getting a second book. I'm like, I'm gonna tell them to just go on with the first book. That's it. I can't get no more.
But
Yeah,
you did it.
I know. I pushed through, and I literally pushed through for the readers. Like I literally pushed through for y'all. It's like they want this book. I gotta give them this book. I was like, I gotta make it a good story. I gotta make it something they are gonna enjoy.
Right.
Oh yes.
But but the thing is, you've studied your readers. You know what they like and what they want. So
No.
even though you might be writing for yourself, you're also writing for us because you get it.
I do. I definitely do write for you all the time. I'm like, nah, they don't like that. Or some stuff I'm like, well, they gonna cuss me out about this. I was like, they'll be all right. They like a good little cuss out. A good little cuss out
As
sometimes.
long as it's going in the right direction, as long as it's
Yes.
going in the right direction.
But I definitely yes write for you guys a lot. Like I tell my story. I tell the story that they want me to tell. But then sometimes I do consider like, okay, I know who my readers are. I know what y'all like to read in a book.
But sometimes you have to say F the readers, and we're gonna write.
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I'm like, you know what? They probably ain't gonna like this, but it's going in there. I did that a lot with Samara because I was like, well, they not gonna like her. They gonna be like, why she
Well,
play games
Samara
with
was
the
wearing
kids?
me out. She was wearing me out with her
They gonna be like,
indecisiveness.
girl, why she play games with this man? Because when I was writing the book, I was like, the readers already done folded. The readers is always like, girl, you better go look.
Girl, when he folded her up like a little oppressor, I was like, he's like, I don't care, just sit on my face. And I was like, yes, sit on the face. And right now, in Granny's house,
In Granny's house,
with Grandpapa and Grandma and Grandmama sitting there making breakfast. How about, yeah, baby, I know you feeling good this morning. Absolutely.
let me tell you, when I had planned that story out and I was like, they're going to be at his grandma's house, and I was like, no, they can't be at his grandma's house because I was like, it won't be no spicy scenes. Like, how am I get the spicy scenes in there?
Yes, at Granny's
And I
house.
was like, it's at Granny house. Like, how am I get the spicy scenes in there?
In that
And I was
same
like, okay,
room.
I'm just going to keep writing and we see where it goes. And yeah, Demetrius like, we're going to do it right here at Granny house.
In that same room.
Like, we're going to do it right here. Right here,
And
right
she
here,
in
right in
there
the kitchen.
trying to be quiet.
Right
She
in the
can't
next
be
room.
quiet.
Right here in the next room, my grandma in the kitchen. I was like, really?
Just nasty. Just nasty. Meech is just nasty. He nasty. And he know it.
I'm grown.
He don't give a damn about grandmama being in another room. Come on, let's hurry up and go get breakfast now. Talking about y'all want to sleep alone. He was like, nope, I'm sleeping with my ex-wife. You know good damn well that ain't your ex-wife.
I was like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I cracked up at that. Yeah, at Granny's house.
And
Getting
right
it
in the
in.
house, yes.
Shot up and everything. I mean, banged up and everything. Broken leg, everything. Getting it in. Honey, you weren't playing.
I was literally like, oh wait. And I was like, wait. I was like, he's banged up. I was like, I can't do all the things I want. Like, I couldn't make him as unhinged as he wanted to be because he was hurt. I was like, Demetrius, you're hurt. You can't be doing.
He didn't care. He said, turn that ass around. Sorry, I'm giving y'all probably too much mixed talk.
He was like, I
Listen,
don't care.
he said, turn around and sit right here, and
Like,
you work your magic.
it's just a little wound.
Too funny.
It's just a few stitches. Girl, stop playing. I love to be. I
He was
love.
like, you a nurse? She can stitch me back up. Yeah, Beecher was you know what Tylee was a muncher.
He was an
Too funny.
idiot.
Too funny. Um, so a couple more questions. And then I got to go pack because I got a 5 a.m. flight.
Oh, where you going?
Don't even ask.
I'm like, where you going?
Phoenix and San Diego.
Oh,
No, it is not a pleasure trip.
it's not a pleasure trip.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
Next time. Yeah,
no.
he'll eat her, Shannon. Eat her.
You know? Yes,
Yeah,
baby.
he bought her ass out with that book too.
You should definitely
Um,
know that.
no, three questions. Describe yourself in one word.
Oh gosh.
Oh, you know I'm gonna ask you some foolishness.
I'm like, you in the hard questions. In one word,
One word.
I would say bubbly.
I got that. Yeah. I'm gonna say Vixen.
Oh,
A writer, you girl, your writing, listen. It's always sexy. It's always fictionish. You write that Vixen. That's the word.
okay.
Um, and no, I'm not on the. I'm straight, but I give it to you as I see it.
Please, please.
I mean, I'm just being
I don't
honest.
know. I don't know. I guess I would. Sometimes I'm like, cause even like like I do my makeup and stuff, and I'm like I feel like, but I still feel like a little like goofball, like goofy. I'm always laughing. I'm always smiling,
That's okay.
giggling, and I'm always like. Sometimes I'm like, girl, you supposed to be sexy right now. What you
Your
giggling?
birthday shoot was cute.
Oh, thank
That
you.
was cute. I like the red dress. I was like, look at her. One day
Thank
I
you.
got too much behind for somebody to put something little like that on. That ain't gonna work for
See,
me.
that's why it was just a shoot because I couldn't go outside in it. I remember I put it on and I had to have my husband do my shoes up, and I was sitting down, and the dress was like, wait. And he was like, "Oh, I like that." I was like, "You see why I can't wear this dress outside?"
That ain't gonna work for
Literally,
me.
a stand in place and take a pretty picture dress. I was like, I can't barely move in this dress. Yes.
Thank you. You have went to sleep. You have snored on these people. Good internet. Um, where do you see you, your authorship, your the Blossom um brand in 5 years?
In 5 years, I hope to be doing movies and be like still have writing books and have this whole like world created and be like I often think about people's careers like CCJ and Alexandria House and like just being like this household name like
Right.
and I really want to get into film and movies. Like that was also my childhood dream. Like I wanted to write. I wanted to be a TV show writer and write on television shows. So yeah, I often joke with like my family and stuff, and when they call me and stuff, and they're like, "Where you been?" I'm like, "I'm trying to be Tyler Perry now. Leave me alone." I'm trying to be Tyler. Please call me back, okay? I can talk to you. So
I'll call you
yeah,
back when I finish being great. Sorry.
okay, yeah.
If you could invite five authors or writers to dinner, dead or alive, who would they be?
Five. Ooh. Let's see. Five. I know about three. Oh, normally it's like pick one. I never have five. Okay. I would definitely do Maya Angelou.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I would do Tyler Perry. Mr. Tyler Perry. I would do um Zane
Mm-hmm.
and Alexandria House.
Okay. Listen.
Because I cannot wait to be at an event where
That lady, so that mind is
looking at
something
the
else.
event list like, is she on this one? We gonna be here because I cannot wait to abandon my table to go stand in her line.
Not abandon your table.
And then I would say Langston Hughes.
Do you think they would approve of today's novels?
Ooh, I don't know, cause that's a hard one. One side is like creatives, like being a creative, like it's being able to like see outside the box and see the new genres and see like new things. So
Mm.
I would think yes, but then you have like, you know, it was a different times and different. I think some things it's probably one of those situations where some things they would appreciate and some things they really like.
Right.
You know, like a grandparent. Like I think about what my grandma would have said. Like she would have been like, "Oh, that's good that you know you're able to be a black author because that wasn't a thing in her time.
Right.
You're able to do this and you're able to tell our stories." But then she was like, "But you got to put all that in there."
Yep, I sure do.
Like she
And
would have
in
like,
every morsel.
gotta say all of that.
Do you
You
think
gotta
your
be
mom would be like,
you gotta keep some modest. That's what she
no, we're gonna tell it all. We're gonna let it all hang out.
Yes.
Do you think your mom would be like, no.
Oh, I think she's proud. I think that she is up in heaven somewhere saying, my daughter is, oh, look at my, you see my daughter right there? Like, I think that she is proud. Like I said, she always knew this was going to be, like, she knew that I had a gift for writing very young. She told me, I remember I was like 8 years old. And she said, like, you're going to be in journalism. Like, you're going to be an author. You have that type of brain. And I used to always be like, no, I'm gonna be a doctor. I was like, no, I'm gonna be a pediatrician. I'm not gonna be writing. But she saw it before I saw it, and so yeah, I think she would be proud. I don't think she would read them though. I don't think she would read them. Probably, I don't know. She might read them. I don't think she would read them though. I think she would just be like, "You see my daughter book." You know, my daughter, Arthur, you know, my daughter went to Houston last week to see her books. So, like, my mom was a very braggy person. Like, she was that person where you'd be like, make you not like somebody because she bragged on them so much. You'd be like, girl, don't nobody care about your daughter. Nobody
You're
care
like, my
about
daughter
your
is an author. What is your daughter doing?
Yeah.
My daughter is an author. And can't
Yes.
nobody outdo my daughter as being an author.
Okay, my daughter be like, baby, did you see my daughter book? It's on Amazon. I could just see her being like, yes, that would definitely be my mom. And my dad too. Like when my dad, I was lucky to have like my dad, I would say like my dad alone, like after my mom passed, and then it was like me and my dad, and we just had like it was like a time where we was just like leaning on each other to get through the grief. But like he was like I was a makeup artist then, and he was like would go places and was passing them people my cards and telling them people like, baby, my daughter do makeup. He said, baby, I seen that girl her eyebrows. He said passing people my cards. And I used to be like, Daddy, you can't just be walking up to people giving them makeup cards. He said,
You say they need some makeup on their face.
I my daughter do makeup. I'm gonna tell them, you know, like they need to go book you.
And right now.
And I could definitely see my dad like at the casino telling me some, you know, my daughter got some books that you pull them up on your phone. You want to read?
You might want to download that Kindle thing.
Yeah, on that Kindle thing.
Yeah,
You know.
download that because she got some books and you might need to read them. You might
Yeah.
need to spice up some things. We don't know what's in them, but she got them.
She got them. Yep. So yes, I'm always like, I know that she is proud about this. She don't care what the book's about. She just know you wrote them. That's all that matters.
But that's what it's about. So I'm glad that
Yes.
that would be the case for you because not even everybody has that type of support,
Yeah.
and you are very, very blessed. But it seems like your this career path has aligned for you. You know, you get to
Yes.
the publisher you want to get to. You're getting the success that you need, and it
Yes.
don't matter. It's like, okay, I know one thing knock you down, this thing might knock you down, but girl,
Yeah.
it's
I
clearing
always
that
feel
lane for you.
this is exactly what. Yep. I'm like, this is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. Like, it's literally like, yeah, it just aligned for me. I was like, and I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing when I'm supposed to be doing it. So
Yeah.
going
Uh,
with the flow.
so, what events will you be at this year?
This year I will be at Black Romance Fest in Atlanta. I'll be there. I'm going to be at the Gym Awards. I've been going. I say that with a little breath because I've been going back and forth in my head. But then I was like, I am nominated 6 times, so I was like, I have to show up.
You do
The
need
award
to be
show.
there.
I was like, and my husband was like, we are going to financially make it happen because that's my thing. I'm always like, well, we can't afford, like, we lean on this money, we gotta slow down. Mom's like, we gonna make it happen. Like, you have to go. So I will be at the Gym Awards. I'll be at the Chicago Urban Book Fest, and then I'll be at Southern Hearts.
Okay, okay. So let's where the people can find you since TikTok might be going away next week. Where we gonna be?
I don't know where I'm gonna be out. But no, I'm over on Instagram. I guess we're gonna be figuring out the algorithm together over there on Instagram, y'all. Um, all my social medias are Arthur_Blossom, or just Arthur Blossom. So you can find me. But I'm over on Instagram often. I have a lemonade. I don't know how to work it, use it. I don't know
I
what's
need
going
them to
on over
fix
there.
it.
I have to
Fix it
figure
for
out the
you.
algorithm over there. I don't know, but I'm there.
Okay.
Um, I'm over on YouTube, which I have so much footage in my phone. I've been blogging. I just haven't been editing and posting it.
What's your YouTube name?
Arthur Blossom.
Okay. Because I'm over there, and this is where this interview will end up over on YouTube. That's where I think I'm going to live for a little bit until we figure out where we going.
Yes, I'm over on YouTube. Yeah. I'm on all the platforms. I'm a little bit on Facebook, but not that much because
A little ratchet over there.
that's over there, and they enjoy everybody else and cancel that DEI. I don't know about there, but
But you know what? My thing is if it's Facebook, it's Instagram too, because they're owned by the
yes,
same.
they're all the same. So yes, I'm over there. I do have my readers group, Blossoms Bunch. If you are not in Blossoms Bunch,
Okay.
go over on Facebook and join Blossoms Bunch.
Got a website?
And my website is what is my website? I think it's Arthur A Blossom
Okay.
.com. If it's not, if y'all put in Arthur A Blossom, it don't come up. Then it's just Arthur Blossom. Sometimes I like because the A stands for Arthur, so sometimes I omit it, and then sometimes I put it in there. So yeah.
Okay. So y'all make sure y'all follow her on all her platforms, her website. Um, what else? What else? Make sure that if you guys are going to these book events, Southern Heart, uh, what is it, Black Romance,
Black Romance Fest,
and the
Gym
Gym Award.
Awards, the Chicago Urban Book Fest.
Make sure y'all go to her table because I'm sure it's gonna be a good time. I'm gonna miss you because I'll be in Tulsa.
You'll be in Tulsa.
Tulsa.
And that I'm so sad. I'm not gonna be in Tulsa. I literally just bothered Shannon and was like, Somebody got room for me. But the reason why I didn't do Tulsa is because we were going to Disney in March, and I was like, I can't be going. I can't be going out of town right before Disney because Disney is going to take all my funds. I know
All of them. Listen, all of them.
all
All of
of
them
them.
and
So
some.
I was like, I need all my funds for these kids. I don't want to have to tell the kids no at Disney. It's supposed to be a magical place.
Then Shannon said bombastic side eye.
But let me tell you, when Southwest posted their sale and they had that $49 ticket to Tulsa, I sure was looking. I was like, oh, it's only $49. Like,
It's
yeah.
not from here, girl, because I've been looking. I found I got my one way there. And then I got to get a one way to Atlanta. And
Oh.
then my one way from Atlanta to Monica's event. Then I'm bringing myself on home.
Monica's event.
I'm excited about the
I
whole.
really wish I was going.
Listen, I'm trying to find me a whole cowboy. He don't have to be roping up the cattle and stuff. Just be outside with me.
That is a genre that I want to do. Like, I want to write a good cowboy. What
I
about me?
don't want to do the work. I just want the cowboy. Just I don't want the work because we've done it. We got a farm. I don't want to do it.
Yes. I'm a
Well,
cowboy.
y'all, it's coming to an end. I just want to thank you so much, and I want to publicly apologize to you. So when I first started Book Talk, I think I read Hood Crucifixion, and I tagged the wrong blossom.
Oh, I was like, what you apologizing to me for? Like, I was like, you
I
said
tagged the wrong blossom, and I
something.
was like, "Well, I'm just gonna leave it up," and because I had some traction on it, and I couldn't figure out how to add the correct blossom to it, so I am so sorry.
You are so fine because you're so fine because I was like, no, that's not my book. But I'm always like, like I in my truth, like, no, it's this author because I want people to get their credits. I want you to find the right person. I was like, no, let me go find her page for you.
Girl, I had no idea of
Yes.
that there was more than one blossom. I was like, I listen. I was new to Book Talk. I just didn't know.
No apology needed. I was just like, no, like, wait a minute. I was like, I don't want her to think I'm trying to take her credit for her book.
No, no. I just did not know. But once
Yes.
I figured it out, I was like, okay, I got it now. So I
Yes.
appreciate that. And you were so nice. She was like, no, honey, this is not my book. And I was like, well, what book is it?
What is it? Like, what you mean? Yes.
Yeah, so that was interesting. But thank you so much for coming on. I so appreciate you. I am so in awe of your pen. Your pen is lethal, lady. It is. It is. And I cannot wait for Polo's story because I know I'm about to be on somebody's floor cracking
Yes.
up laughing because he is funny. He's so
Polo
unserious.
is funny. He's definitely being very unserious in this very serious manner. Like,
I can't. Are you, quick question. Are you going to have like a little synopsis, like a little breakdown what happened before, or is it how they met?
I don't know. I don't know because this is my first like series, like big series, like, and I was wondering that, like, if people go, I was like, do I put a little something in there? Do I put a
I
little
think you
something
should. Just a
of
little
like what
something.
has occurred in the other books? And it definitely plays a part in this book because it's literally all the stories coming
Together.
together and like all these storylines, if something was open in your mind in the other storylines, it's closing in this one. Like, this is it's all coming to one. So yeah, I was like, maybe I put a little summary in there. I was definitely
What's that little one?
putting a little like family tree of like how all these people are connected. It's like, especially with dealing with Contessa being Moreau's like stepmom and like also being her best friend. So it's like craziness. I was like, that's been the crazy thing. Like this is actually her mom, but this actually still like this is her best friend
But
too.
Contessa was it in the same position as Monroe was getting ready to be in. I was like,
Yeah.
what the shit is she writing? I was like, wait a minute. Her stepmother, ain't they the same age?
Yes, they're very close in age. So it's like this. It's like literally this sister, and like right in from Contessa's point of view, of like I'm this girl's mom, right? But I can't really offer her too much of my stuff because we're going through the same, like we live in the same thing, kind of. We're
So
not too far in
with
age,
the
so.
daddy gone, I forgot what the daddy name was. Girl, he had pissed me off. Uh, with the daddy gone, so
Yeah.
Contessa, she's free to go. Just
Yep.
this getting ready to be interesting.
Yes, she has this. She has a lot going on. And
Ooh,
you
this
have
is good.
Coco over there. He like, I want her. And she just and it's like it's my first age gap because like Contessa's older than him because Polo was like the baby out of the three men. He was younger, so and she like, little boy.
How much age gap is it though? It's not that much, is it?
They are 9 years apart.
Ooh.
They are 9 years apart. We're looking at a 8 to 9 year age gap there.
Ooh.
Yes.
You about to wear that
She
ass
get her a
out.
little groove. She get a little groove. Like,
Hello,
yeah,
Stella.
Polo's very much a grown man, but it's like Contessa's nearing 40 and Polo's just about to near his 30s. Like, he's just getting into his late 20s. And she's like leaving out of her 30s. And she has a child. So it's like, she has a son. And she's like, little boy, I got a kid.
That's gonna be that's half your age. Somebody's playing with you.
I don't have time for that. I got a son. Like, I'm not gonna be out here. You're not serious. I don't know. And like Contessa has a lot with her because of her marriage situation.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. I can't wait to read that story because I was
Oh yes, I'm loving it. I have enjoyed the story. I think that I was like, I like it. I like this story. It's making me smile when I'm writing it. So I'm hoping that you guys like it too, and then I was a little worried about it because at 21K they just had their first kiss,
so it's a slow burn.
and I was like, this is a little slow for A Blossom. I don't know if the people gonna like it, but yes.
But once it gets started, I'm sure it's gonna be popping and going on.
So yes, I'm like they literally just had their first kiss, and I don't know. But yeah, I think it's a great. I think that it's not. It's not slow, but it's slow. So yeah, it's a lot happening. That's not a lot happening, but it's a lot happening. So yeah,
Okay, well we gonna hang up here. We're gonna
pace for
go.
me.
And this weekend it should be up by Sunday, I think. Sunday or Monday, because
Yeah.
again I'm traveling. So
Yes.
have a little grace with me. But thank you so much for coming on.
Thank
I
you for
enjoyed our
having me on.
conversation. I
Thank you.
appreciate you.
I love talking to y'all. No, I love you down. I love you, all of you guys. So yes, I have no life. So this, I like coming on talk to you.
You got a life. You just
I'm like,
got
this is
babies.
my Friday night. I need set up me an interview. I got my drink. We gotta talk about these books. This is a good time.
But guess what? It's getting ready to go down next month, so be prepared. You know we probably come calling. We done read them all.
And that be the thing, like once I put out a book, and then people like, oh, I need another one. I'm like, yo,
I just finished this one.
I
That'd be
just finished this
free.
book. I'm like, I wish I had them. I was telling somebody, I was like, I'm not gonna release any books until I have like 4 books done, so they can get.
Are you before you go? Are you going to take a break this year? Like a little bit
No,
of a break? No. Oh,
no.
okay.
I cannot take a break because I have dropped the income. So, um, yeah, like when I no longer have my teaching income, and I'm determined not to go back into a classroom. So I can't take a break. I gotta lay the foundation first, and then take a break.
But
Yeah.
girl, I'm out of here. Let me go pack these clothes so I can be on this plane at 5 o'clock.
All right. Oh, all right.
I
Safe.
don't, I don't, I don't know why I picked that 5. I mean, I know why, but why wait till the last minute to pack? What is
The
wrong with
pack.
me?
That'd be me. That'd be me, and we be rushing out every time my husband just be rolling his eyes, and looking at me crazy. Ah, like you knew you booked the flight. You knew, and you still over here.
Still trying to get things
And then
in
we
the
get somewhere,
suitcase.
I always don't have something. Last time we were somewhere, I was like, "You got some socks?"
Wait, is it a Ross somewhere around here?
Okay.
I need a Walmart because I
Like
forgot.
that's because you should have packed 2 weeks ago. You knew we was going.
I forgot my deodorant. I gotta get some toothpaste. Sorry. Where's the
Yeah.
convenience store?
We're
That's
like,
me.
no.
That is me all day long. Like, okay, I was like, okay, in my head going, okay, do I got I don't even know what I'm wearing. I need two outfits for two different funerals. I don't have no clue. No
Oh,
clue. Don't look at me like that. I'm fine. I'm fine.
that's
I'm
not the
just
fun traveling.
I'm just going to be a support.
Gotcha.
Now, if it was a different way, if it was my daddy, girl, I'd be passed out against this wall here. I'm
Okay. Yes, yes.
like, boss, I can't do this interview. I'm sorry, but no, I'm just going to be a support. It'll be fine.
Okay. Yes.
Thank
You have a
you.
safe trip.
Thank
Safe
you so much.
travel.
Thank
Make
you.
sure
Thank
you
you.
get up on time for your flight.
Oh, trust me, Mr. Dawson is going to make sure I am up at 1 o'clock because he's up at 1 o'clock. When
Ah,
for what I don't know. What you doing? I'm sleeping apparently. So
that yes.
all that nervous energy be wearing me out.
Mm-hmm.
But anywho, y'all make sure y'all follow Blossom on all her social media platforms. Y'all make sure if y'all don't read not one book, if y'all can't deal with the spicy spice, then don't read Leak It and Donnie and Leak. Because that might take you out. But if you like a good little something little situation, the Bodyguard series is it for you. Y'all make sure y'all check out Playing with Soul Ties and Between the Soul Ties. That's really a good book. And if you want a little just a quick little something, little spice,
Little
y'all
quick,
better get effing and loving.
a little quick craziness.
A little quick for something. That might be it for you. So with that, happy reading, y'all.
Happy reading. Thank
Talk to
you.
y'all later.